Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, I'm going to take you through pound yen as the price looks to be breaking or looks to be consolidating with a breakout pending. Now, some news out of the UK today. They have announced a new Prime Minister in Liz Truss, and the pound's actually strengthened off the back of that news today. And this coincides with the pound dollar coming into some serious lows where we saw a huge range being formed on the monthly time frame. So we've come into sort of an institutional level and pound has started to see some buyers coming into the market. So I wanted to have a look around to see where we could be seeing some opportunities. Now, we looked at the strength meter on the week ahead analysis video. We looked at the fact that the pound was at the reversal zone and that we could start to see a little bit of strength form off the back of that. And we can see here on pound yen that we're consolidating, and the yen has been weakening. We know that on the strength meter for one, but two, fundamentally the yen is fairly weak, so we should be looking to potentially continue to look for that yen weakness until significant kind of risk changes occur. Now, we can see that prices pretty much for the past month has been trading within this area through here. We're getting these lower highs but higher lows, forming this kind of squeeze pattern in the market. Some of you may look at it as a sort of pennant pattern or flag pattern or whatever, but essentially we're getting this squeeze, which basically means there's an accumulation building here for pound yen. So we need to look at potentials, whether we're going to break to the upside, break to the downside. Now, fundamentally, the pound's not particularly strong, neither is the yen. That's why we've had this sideways movement, okay? So we have to understand that first. But if something changes and we get a breakout, then that's when we need to jump onto looking at this market. So I'm going to highlight a few levels of interest, but essentially the pound at the reversal zone is really what I'm looking at on the strength meter. So my bias at the moment would be longs above 162.70, which is the monthly value area high, but it's also these highs that formed through here towards the end of August. So if price was to trade above that level, that 162.70, my bias will be long at that point. And if we can trade higher, I'll be looking for price to try and reach these highs in here, which is around about that 166.34 or 166 level. So long above 162.70 would be ideal. Now, just in case we continue to see a little bit of bearish momentum out of the pound, now, you know, if we look left, we can see that before coming into that consolidation, we actually broke into new lows and we had a bearish move. So quite often, the market would potentially be expecting another move down. Now, if I was to kind of highlight the high to the low there, and then drag that out of that sort of area where it could break out or where it could find resistance, then it does kind of come back down towards these lows through here around about that 156 or even 155.60 all the way up into the 156.30s. So that's quite interesting if we were to get that kind of technical breakout there. But I think for me, if price was to trade below the sort of 160 handle or even sort of the 159.60, that would be when I'd be confident enough to say price could be pushing back to the 156.34. That's just in case we don't get that break above the monthly value area high, because obviously things can change quite quickly fundamentally, especially when there's headline risk. So that could change quite quickly. I'm looking more towards the breakout. I think the bias is to the upside here just because of the strength meter. And I'll be looking to see if price can trade above 162.70. If it does, you've got room for higher prices. Hope that made sense. If it did, leave this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content. And I'll speak to you in the next video.